Hi, everyone. Hey, good Saturday morning to you, or early Saturday afternoon, depending on where you are. This is my annual book sale for 2024. And every year, just to give you a little background, for a number of years, what I've been doing is during the year, I'm doing book signings or I'm ordering preview copies or items to give away. And invariably, at the end of the year, I have some left over. So, what I do is I lay everything out in my hallway, which you probably saw earlier on the video. I lay everything out and then I post that I'm going to sign these books. So I've got some back here. I've got some others. Oh, I wonder if I can turn this around. Let's see. See if you can see. Here's a stack of books with little sticky notes in it, and they're all ready to be signed. So this year I thought we'd have some fun and do the signing online because I love to do signings in person, but it's just not always possible for me to be everywhere at one time. Although sometimes I feel like I am. Do you ever get that feeling? Anyway, I wanted to thank a lot of the people who have signed up early, pre-purchased their books, and that was really smart because we sold out of a lot of the popular books, especially the latest ones in the Seabreeze series. So Seabreeze Honeymoon, Seabreeze Gala, I think Coral Memories, Coral Celebration. We had quite a few that we sold out of. And so what I've done for you was to go in and say, okay, I'll do a special order on these because I know it means so much to get the latest ones that you might not have. So I didn't have as many of those because I haven't done a signing lately this fall. So I've got some. I'll do a special order. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Good to see you. And I've got your books here all ready to go. And anyway, I want to ask, I want to welcome everyone. First of all, thank you to Linda Tucker. We got yours last night. Gail C., Tracy Woodward, April, Regina. Hey, Regina. I always love seeing your name pop up. Regina's been a reader for a long time. Robbie, Teresa, Bonnie, Mary. Oh my goodness, Mary R. You've got a lot of books ready for me to be signed. Who else? Let's see. Cindy D, Cheryl B, Cheryl A. I'm looking for Cheryl C. Where are you? Diana T. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Beverly D. I've got your books. I may have some questions on some of these. Uh, and I love having you right here so that I can I can answer, I can ask and you can answer. Kelly, oh my goodness, Kelly, got a lot of books for you. Kelly H, Julia B, Angel, Angel T. Who else? Oh my goodness, there's so many. Uh, Donna, Donna W, Deborah or Debbie D, and Marlene. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If I've missed you, I've got a whole stack of papers here. So who wants to start signing? Oh, hi, hi. You can got a question on where can I get the books? Where can you order? So they're on my website, my shop site, and the shop site it's running down at the bottom of the screen here. You can order it's store.janmoran.com. Go to the signed books tab and the URL is running right below on the screen. But if you just go to Jan Moran, go to shop, and then go to signed books, you'll get right to it. So this is, again, for what I've got on hand, and also I'm going to, if there's something that you really want and you don't see it there, let me know, and maybe we can get you an order. So I'm going to get started. Okay, Linda, I've got Linda S. I've got Seabreeze Christmas here. Hi, Kim. How are you doing? Always good to see you. And Kelly. Hey, everyone. Okay, I'm going to sign this to Linda. And actually, Kelly, while I've got you here, did you want your books signed to you or do you want them signed to someone else or some of these gifts? So just let me know and I'll pull yours out and we can sign those. So who else? I got Kim. Okay. Let's see, Kim, what did you have? What did you order? Let's see. I think yours came in. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Oh my goodness, this is so many. Thank you all. Thank you all for cleaning up my closet, really. But I love, love, love doing this. It's so much fun every year. And I love seeing all your names come across on the orders. And because, we've all been doing this so long. Some of you are new, some of you have been readers for years and years. And I mean, I came out with, oh, let me show you the very first book I came out with. Here it is. This is Scent of Triumph. And this one, I'll tell you just a little story behind it. Scent of Triumph was, let me get it in the screen right, there we go. Scent of Triumph is my first novel, and this was a World War II saga. And this one was picked up by St. Martin's Press in New York. And that was such an exciting time for me. I remember going to New York and they were in the Flatiron Building at the time. I think they still are. They might have moved, but I worked with a wonderful editor, um, Jennifer Weiner, and she was just terrific. And it was it was really a wonderful experience. I remember the thrill of seeing them at Target and at Costco and at many of the local booksellers. I launched it with at a beautiful hotel in downtown San Diego, and it was just a lot of fun. That one went out of print, and of course, I hate to see any books go out of print, so I was able to buy a lot of the remainders, and I still have many of those in my garage. So I am selling these first editions. Woo! When the movie gets made, right? I'm projecting. When the movie gets made, thinking positive, these are going to be collector's items. So who knows? Maybe it'll be like Jane Austen, or someday, and someone will go, "Oh, I remember. Oh, my great grandmother had a signed copy. It's worth millions. What do you think? Could we make this happen?" Anyway, I've got a bunch of these. Some people have already ordered them. Those are also on the website. And I've got a lot of Christmas books like this one from that I'm getting ready to sign for Linda. And then Coral Holiday. I've also got a number of Coral Holidays just to let you know what's still available. And what I have available on hand, I can ship right away. I'll start shipping on Monday. And then on the ones that we've already sold out of, like Seabreeze Gala and Honeymoon, and um, anyway, about the, I think it was the last three or four in the Seabreeze series. Reunion, I think, was another one. And so those, thank you. Hi, Kim. And so, oh, Kelly and Archie. Got it. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly with a Y and Archie. Oh, great. I'll do it. And that's on all of them, I think. So I'll do that. And so what else do we have in stock? I always order a lot of the first in series. So if I'm doing book signings, those are, of course, among the most popular. So if you want to these are great for holiday gifts. If you want to get someone into the series so they know why you're hooked, then I've got a lot of the Coral Cottage series, both in paperback and in hardcover. Seabreeze in paperback and hardcover. And then, oh, have you seen? I love these. These are some of my favorites. The Chocolatier, and these are the hardcover books. So these have the full wrap like that, and they're just a nice weight. So if you compare them, to the paperbacks, they're a little bit larger. Generally, the font's a little bit larger. More of a, as we like to say, a luxury reading experience. So you can tell I've had a lot of coffee this morning, right? Hi, Mary. Thank you, Connie. Thank you, Connie. I really appreciate it. Hi there. Let's see. I'm going to take a second and look at. Hi, Michelle. Hey, thank you so much. I love that you love those books. Debbie, hi from SoCal. Oh my goodness, where are you in SoCal? And hi Kim. Yes, new Crown Island book coming. Yes, that'll be coming next year. And so for those of you, hi Cindy, glad you made it. It's great. It's great, great, great. So here, I'll share some of these comments. Here we go. Show that one. Oh, this is fun. So thanks for bearing with me because this is one of my first live events. I think this is the first one that I've done on my own without my fellow author friends for moral support. So emotional support, my emotional support authors. So we travel in packs because I don't have a dog, but I do have a dog at the moment. Some of you may have seen my dog, or actually it's not my dog, it's my dog today, but it's I had a little shot of as I call him, Pixie's twin. And for those of you who've read the Seabreeze series, you may know Pixie, the kleptomaniac Chihuahua, and which is actually a true story. You know, I had to research that, and there are dogs that steal things and hide them, and so I hope I'm not giving it away. Oh, forget everything I just said, okay? I'm going to start signing. Okay, because that's what you came for, right? Okay, sign this one to Linda. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Gosh, you know what's coming up next is A Very Choral Christmas. And I have been working on that one for you. It's a novella. It's going to be a little bit shorter. I wasn't going to do anything for the holiday season. I've had a lot of travel this fall. I've been in Florida, St. Pete Beach for my authors conference every year that I go to. I had a reunion, school reunion in Boston. I had visited family in Texas, and I'm going back for to Boston for another conference, the first November 6th. So here we are, Seabreeze Christmas. Linda, there you go. So your little sticky note goes back on it, and it goes in the done stack. Woohoo! One down. Who's here? Who's here? Let's see. Debbie, Kim, Linda. You're very welcome, Linda. You show that. Yeah. Hi. Okay. Kim, here you go. So, Kim, do you want your signed to you to Kim? I'll wait for your comment here. Okay. This one was great fun. So, some of you in Seabreeze Inn, I'll tell you some backstory on Seabreeze Inn. So, some of you have seen the dedication to my friend Bennett Zimmerman. And we were classmates together. We were in graduate school together, and he was a lot of fun. And he lives in LA and he travels all over the world. Sometimes we travel together. We're just great friends. And so he was always wanting me. He said, "When are you going to write me into your book?" And I'm like, "Bennett, I don't know. I don't know. I have to write another book, first of all." And so when I was writing this one, Seabreeze Inn, he said, "So am I going to be in this one? Am I going to be the love interest in this one?" And Bennett, if you see this, you're going to be laughing. But yes, so I said, "But if I write you into it, they'll think we're a couple or something." And so we had a good laugh on that one. We're not a couple, but maybe we're a couple of, I don't know, couple of wackos sometimes. But he's the one I climbed Machu Picchu with. A couple of years ago, you might have seen those pictures of me with the llamas. We say llamas here, but they correct you when you're in South America. It's llamas, folks. It's llamas. Don't ever go down there and say llamas. They'll kick you out of the country. I'm telling you. anyway, so I wrote Bennett into this book, and I had planned for it to be a 3-book series, And that's why we had 3 different colored umbrellas, and it took off. You guys just loved it, and I love you for loving it. I mean, really, that meant so much to me because the Seabreeze series was really my breakout series. Even though I had published with St. Martin's Press, a couple of them, Scent of Triumph, and then the Winemakers. Oh, and for those of you who wonder, Scent of Triumph, I did get the rights back from St. Martin's Press, so because I wanted to keep it in print for everyone. And so when I took it back, I renamed it The Perfumer. Why, you might ask? Well, first of all, that was the original name. And secondly, that was so I could do the perfumer, the perfumer, the winemakers, and where'd it go? The Chocolatier. So I've got a 3-book, what I call my sensory series. So I had a lot of fun with that, and I just love writing about. Um, you might have heard me talk about gardening. I'm an avid gardener. I wish I had a little bigger place to garden, but then I wouldn't be able to travel as much. So life is always whoops, life is always a trade-off, isn't it? I love to write about things from the earth. If you're reading my books, you know that I often describe the scenery and the flowers, and the smells. I just love all that, and so that's my sensory series. Anyway, back to signing. Okay, who we got next? Linda. Okay. A Saturday morning, a lot of coffee. Here we go. Oh, Kim is asking. Okay, let's show this one. Kim is asking, do you know when it's going to be a series on TV? And yes, so the story on that is that it took about 9 months, but I signed an option for a television series for the entire Summer Beach series. So it's books 1 to 10. And this is a really good producer. I can say it because it's already been released, the information. So it's Dynamic Television in LA, and they're behind some other things like Jenny and Georgia. Oh my goodness, there's one with can't think of her name, Jane Seymour. Jane Seymour. Oh, I should have noted that. Someone's going to know it. Someone's going to know. Harry Wild. That's it. Harry Wild. And a slew of others. They're really good. So they're working on it, and I don't have a date yet. But so I was talking with another friend who is a producer on um, another one of my books, which is, and this one you may have heard me talk about it before, on the winemakers. So we're working on that one. That one deal was signed right before the pandemic. And then, of course, the world changed. Sets were closed. And then right after the pandemic, we had the writer's strike, and then we had the actor's strike. So everyone in Hollywood is coming off of several years of disruption. And so we were just talking about that yesterday. We had about a 3-hour conversation on it. So fingers crossed on the winemakers too. So she made the comment. She said, have you ever wondered why on the Academy Awards, all the people who get up on the stage, all the producers are all gray haired? And I said, yeah, I've kind of wondered about that. She said, that's because it takes so long for anything to get made that everyone's old and gray by that time. And, we had a good laugh about it, but that's kind of true in a way, because some of these productions can take, 5-10 years to get made, because you're trying to sync up everyone's schedule, and you're getting the money, and scouting locations, and honestly, I don't know how they do it, but it all comes together at some point. Books, I just sit down and say, okay, what have I got up here? Let me see if I can get it down here, and away we go. So I love the flexibility and the speed, although it may not seem like it's speedy. It's all relative, isn't it? It's speedy. Hi, Michelle. Hi. it's and I don't know. Someone asked, let's see, will it be Kim? Will it be on Netflix? Um, I don't know. So I think that, that kind of information we can't release yet. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. So they're probably one of the contenders, but I don't know. So maybe we'll get in a bidding war. What do you think? So anyway, okay, Kim. To Kim. Okay. Here we go. Yes, to me. Okay, here we go, Kim. Welcome to Summer Beach. I have a lot of people who ask, where's Summer Beach? And at this point, Summer Beach is in my mind. Um, People are often trying to guess, I bet that's Laguna Beach. I bet that's no. That's got to be La Jolla. No, that's Del Mar. No, that's Seal Beach. So the answer is it's a place I made up because I can control the whole town, but it is just a mashup of all the Southern California beaches that I've loved. And wherever I travel, I tend to gravitate toward the water, toward beaches. And I just love the sunset over the water here in Southern California. I've watched many more sunsets than I can count. And here we go. Kim, there's your book. And I'm also putting in every book, just so you know, a little extra. I'm putting in signed bookmarks, so everyone will get a signed bookmark. Here's one from Hepburn's Necklace, so that one's going to be signed, and an older one from the Winemakers. So there you go, with my old picture. People wonder, why don't who remembers Ann Landers and Dear Abby from way back, and back when we all read print newspapers? I miss that. I really do. I ought to start subscribing again. I do online, but I ought to start subscribing again. So anyway, that's how you're going to see it. It's going to come in just like that with all the bookmarks. And so if you've ordered a number of books, then they'll come in a white box. Got some special boxes for you. And if you order a single or a double, they're going to come in a fun little package like that. So I thought those were so cute and they stand out. So here you are. We've got, oh my goodness, I need to pick this pace up, right? You know me, I'm always a little chatty. Hi, Cindy. Okay. Great, Cindy. I will sign that one to you. And let me come up and make sure. Hey, Debbie, you're in Escondido. Oh, you're a neighbor. Yeah. I was over in Escondido last night. I was at, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly, Orphelia, a winery over in that area. I have friends who live over there, and we love to go over there. We had a good time. So, hey, I'll show that one. Uh, let's see. Let's see who else. Cindy, who's here? Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Connie. There we go. And let's see. Kim, told your sister. Fantastic. Great. And Mary, completing the series. Yes. And if there were any, I don't know if you ordered when we were out of stock on some, but if you did miss any, we've added some more. And we also added Coral Celebration because I can order those. It might take, I'm not sure this time of year. Sometimes that's why I do this. I like to do it early in October because the printers get backed up as it goes toward Christmas. But what I'll do is what I have on hand, I will ship right now, next week, or as fast as I can get them wrapped up. And then the ones that I special order to to sign for you because I know you want signed copies. So I will get those in, and I think I should be able to get them before Thanksgiving and ship them out. So my goal is to have everything to you all by the 1st of December, and it just depends. So where I can get them, Mary, Sea Breeze Inn. You know, I wish there was a Sea Breeze Inn nearby. I wish we could go there. Sea Breeze Inn, but Sea Breeze Inn is in our mind, and we can go anytime. But yeah, it is a mashup of all those wonderful beaches. Let's see. Oh my goodness, so many of you are here. Oh, it's so good to see you. Bonnie, I will sign yours to you. If I don't get to sign everyone's here, there's a lot of books. If I don't get to sign everyone's here, I will at least say hello and we'll have a chit chat. Great, great, great. Yes, Mary, I got your signing instructions. Thank you. And Finch, Mary Finch Bruni from the Buckeye State. Okay, I'm going to show my ignorance. What's the Buckeye State? You're going to have to tell us. Who knows the Buckeye State? I'm originally from the Bluebonnet State. I think they call it the Bluebonnet State. You know where that is, probably. You can tell from my accent. Okay, who have I got here? Donna W. And she got one of the original Scent of Triumph hardcovers and then also the Winemakers. So, Donna, I'm going to sign these to you. Yeah. And I have a little, let's be yours. So I sign books. I always like to, rather than just my name, I like to add a little more. So Donna, this is for Scent of Triumph. May triumph always be yours. So that one's going out to Donna. The Winemakers. I always like to put in a little extra. And so many times when I go to a book signing, I'll sit down and pre-sign and then add the name as we go through the list or as we go through the line, because as you can see, it takes time. So, and this one also to Donna. And this is there we go. Cheers. We had some great wine last night. So maybe we should do something. What do you think in San Diego? We could gather over at Orphelia. I hope I'm saying it properly. Anyways, beautiful place. Live music, outdoors. The weather right now this time of year is gorgeous here. So yeah. So this one, Donna, here you go again. Cheers. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That goes in the stack. And who's next? Let's see. Let me look for someone who is here. And Beverly Mary. Oh, Ohio. Woohoo! The Buckeye State, Ohio. See, we learn something new every day. I love it. I love it. Years ago, I had one of my first big fans was from Ohio, and every time, and she was fabulous. I owe so much to her because she talked with librarians and booksellers, and even today, I have so many readers in Cleveland and Cincinnati and just all over. Really beautiful, really beautiful. So um, I'm always so grateful to each and every one of you who chatted up and chat with your local librarians and your booksellers and your friends and family. And because that word of mouth is, first of all, it's a wonderful way to share the reading experience when you're reading things with friends, and and two, with it's important for writers because it keeps us writing, and if our book stops selling, we stop writing. Unfortunately, we got to keep the lights on too. Washington State. Oh, whoa, was I wrong? Was I wrong? I don't know. Talk amongst yourselves. I don't know. I don't know. Washington State, is it? Okay, we've got another one for Washington State. Let's see. Let's see what the real answer is. Someone Google it. Okay, I don't know. Okay, this one is to Cheryl A. And so sign this one. And so my latest one is the Crown Island series. And I know a lot of you picked up Beachview Lane and Sunshine Avenue. I had a lot of those, and I think I've only got 2 Sunshines and 3 Beach Views left. I think I've got some Beach Views in hardcover too, if you're looking for that. Let's see. Welcome to Crown Island. And so Crown Island does kind of exist. At least the inspiration for it does. So I live in San Diego now, North County, San Diego, and there's an island. It's not really an island, it's more of a peninsula, but everyone calls it an island. So it's Coronado Island. And on Coronado Island is one of my favorite beaches to walk. It's just, it's just beautiful, and it's wide, and it's just gorgeous. And there's an old Victorian hotel there, completely built of wood. It was remarkable for its time, and it's called the Del Coronado Hotel. And locally, people just call it the Del. And they do, my goodness, Some Like It Hot was filmed there. You may have picked that up from some of my books. In the wintertime, they have this outdoor ice skating area. It's certainly not cold enough here for ice to freeze or for water to freeze, but they construct this outdoor ice rink, and so you can ice skate on the beach with the waves in the background, and it's just great. And everyone, bundles up because it's, oh my goodness, the temperature has plummeted to 50 degrees, and we all wear our little jackets and little mufflers and gloves, and you don't really need them, but we like to make a fashion statement because it's the only time we can wear them. And everyone ice skates around and drinks hot chocolate, and I set a scene there in one of the books. It might have been Seabreeze Christmas, or it might have been one of the others. I remember setting a scene there with Ivy and Bennett, and it was just, oh, such a sweet scene. I love writing about their relationship. To me, it's and I think love. They're in their 40s, and to me, love at a certain age is love at any age is great, but love when you've already had some experience in life, and you've learned a thing or two. There Ivy was a little concerned about going into another relationship so soon. And so yeah, you've been with her through many, many books. And what was Honeymoon was number 9, I think. So that was a slow burn, but it was like real life, right? Because you wouldn't want to jump right into, in your 20s, you've got insta love. And I don't know. And when you're older, I don't know that we really get insta love, but I think we know a lot more when it's right, and when it's wrong. So especially when it's wrong, right? Especially when it's wrong. Oh, hey, Debbie. You used to walk Coronado Beach. Isn't it gorgeous? I just love that. Ohio. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ohio is the Buckeye State, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Okay, I'm glad we settled that. Pennsylvania. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Good to see you. Ah, Coronado. Kelly went to Coronado Beach Oh, yeah. So the other half of the island, which isn't really an island, is is the Navy, and they've got the other side. There's a lot of our armed forces are here in San Diego. We've got we've got a huge Navy. Uh, what do you call it? Base there, and so you see a lot of really young, fit guys and women, young women all over the place. We've got Marines to the north. We've got, yeah, just it's San Diego is the population grew because many people were stationed here and loved the climate and they stayed. So that was how it grew. Okay, Cheryl, I'm still working on yours. Welcome to Crown Island. Okay, here we go. There's Cheryl. Welcome to Crown Island. So that's the story behind Crown Island. Who else do I have here? Let's see if I can find Cindy Deering. Are you here? Here we go. Hey. To Cindy. Welcome to Summer Beach. I love signing books. Everyone is like a little child going out in the world, going to make someone happy. That's the way I look at it. And everyone that goes out, I go, bye, have a good time out there. Mary, here you go, Mary. Oh, look at all these. Look at all these books. So I'm going to sign a couple for you right now, and then we're going to, I'm going to do this right afterwards. So, because you've got a lot of books. It's a lot of signing. Thank you for completing your series. Really, I am so honored that that you bring me into your homes, Mary and everyone else. It's just to see my books out in the wild is just, and to know that they have a place in your home. That really means a lot to me. So to Mary. Enjoy the wedding. Actually, it was, yeah. So in choral weddings, we've got at least two, actually three weddings in choral weddings. And so some of you have been saying, oh, let's talk about the Coral Cottage series because I know you've got questions, right? Right? Who has questions? Why did you finish the series? I know. I know. Oh gosh. Don't you hate? Hey, I didn't kill anyone off, okay? So there's that, right? Oh, you worked for the, oh, Debbie. Debbie worked for the SEALs 28 years. Oh, you've got stories to tell. Oh my goodness. At least you've got stories to tell on how they spend their money, right? So, oh my goodness, look at all these. Oh, Mary. Okay, these are going right there in that special place. All right. Who else is here? Let me go to the other stack. Debbie. Papa, there you are. Okay. Here we go. Debbie. My real name is Janice, Janice Ann, and I go by Jan, which in Europe is a man's name, Jan. And so whenever I'm corresponding with people in Europe, often it's Mr. I'm Mr. Moran. And that's okay. I'll answer to, almost anything. Let's see. And then, of course, Moran is my first married name. And so so that gave me the name of Jan Ann Moran. So one time when I was in college, some of the guys made up a song, set it to the Beach Boys, Barbara Ann song. Remember that one? So it was Jan Moran. Da, 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 da. Okay, now you know why I'm a writer and not a singer. So, okay, to Debbie, here we go. Welcome to Crown Island. Okay. Gosh, who's having fun? I'm having fun. Okay. Let's see. Hang on. Here we go. Welcome to Crown Island. And there you go, Debbie. Ba-bum. Coming your way. Coming your way. And there we go. Who's next? Marlene. Is Marlene here? She's got a Seabreeze Christmas. Who we got? Cindy. Cindy, Cindy, Cindy. Look at yours. Yes, I got yours. Okay. Who else is here? Hi, Monique. Hurricane City, Clearwater. Oh my goodness. How are you doing out there? I had to leave the authors conference in St. Pete Beach. I was able to get out a day early ahead of the hurricane, but I have friends there. One person lost a home, another one, a couple of others, their lower levels were completely impacted, flooded. So my heart goes out to all of you out there. I mean, I know there's no perfect place in the world. There's hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, extreme heat. I mean, we do the best we can here with Mother Nature, don't we? So I hope you and yours are okay and rebuilding if you have to. So it's a long road, but in life we often rebuild. I was just with friends last night, and we were talking, and I was saying, yeah, I had to start all over at the age of 52. So you can do it. You can do it. Whatever, and that's why I write the books I do, because as you know, none of my heroines have an easy time of it. They all have some struggles and some challenges to overcome, and that's what I like to write about, because I feel like that there's, you know, as long as we've got hope and we've got dreams and we've got goals and we've got, friends, family, hey, we can do anything. We can. We're a lot stronger, tougher, more resilient than even we think sometimes. So hang in there. Hang in there. Okay, Kelly. Here you go. You've got quite a few too. Here they are. Here's Kelly's books. And I also I think I owe you a Seabreeze Gala as well. So we'll be getting that one out to you too. But we'll be sending all these first. So Kelly. Oh, Seabreeze. I'm going to sign. Which one do I want to sign first? Oh, I think I'll sign Seabreeze Shores. And this is to Kelly and Archie. So, okay. And so this is a welcome back to Summer Beach. I have to share another story with you too, and this is about Pixie. So Pixie, I love to write pets into my series. I think I've written mostly dogs, but I need to get some cats in there too, because I definitely love both of them. But I remember many of you in my reader group helped me name a dog in the Winemakers, and I'm going way back. That was Vino, and I love Vino in the Winemakers. He's a Marima. I don't know, but a beautiful big white fluffy dog, and I really loved him. And then of course we've got Scout, who is even Scout has a backstory, because Scout was adopted. He is a yellow lab, and he was a puppy, kind of an overgrown, gangly puppy. And I've had labs and shepherds and mixes, and so I loved writing about Scout. And Scout was, as a puppy, was hit by a car. We think he was a rescue, and so he's got a little lopsided gait. So he's sort of, I picture him doing this, but with his happy, happy tail and his sort of he's got kind of a grin with his tongue kind of hanging out, as they do. And I just love writing about dogs. I think they're so cute. So Pixie, did we talk about Pixie? Yeah, the kleptomaniac the Chihuahua. I love writing about her. And then who have I got? Oh, in Crown Island, I've got another dog named Duke, and Duke is a German Shepherd, and he's kind of based on my my dog who's long gone, but he was a real sweetheart, and so yeah, so Duke is in honor of my old dog, and that's Deb's dog. So if anyone has been reading the Crown Island series, Deb is April's best friend, and so I'm working my way through. Everyone's getting a book in the Crown Island series. So I've done it a little bit differently. Yeah, here you go. Kelly and Archie, welcome back to Summer Beach. There you go. Hey, Susan. Susan's just joined us here. Hi from Charleston, South Carolina. I was there in May. And she's asking, what's my latest book? I've read almost all of them. Okay, latest books. Orange Blossom Way, which is number 3 in the Crown Island series. Let's add that. My assistant G is backstage here. And G, if you would put that on, maybe you did. I know you added Coral Celebration last night so that we could people could order that one too. But if you could also add Orange Blossom Way, and we'll make sure that people can get that one as well, can get it signed. I think I've got some Coral Memories up here. Yes. So Coral Memories, I've got a couple of those, and we'll add some more. This one came out this summer. Orange Blossom Way came out just last month, and then Sea Breeze Gala came out in that was in, I think it was April, March or April. So, hey, Mary. I see. Okay. Yes. So we can Mary's asking if we can add another one, and the answer is yes. So I've got your message. So did you know that you can message me on, if you have questions, you can message me through the store, and it comes up looking just like that. Isn't that great? And if I'm around and I'm not writing, then I'll get back to you right away. And if not, then it's there and I will answer you by email. So it's usually either me or my assistant G, who has been with me. Gee, how long? I think it's almost 5 years now. So I couldn't do this. I couldn't do this without her. And right now she is hunkered down in the midst of a typhoon. It has just passed through the Philippines there. So we are all thinking of you and your family. And okay, so Kelly and Archie, I've got your books and I've got your stack of books right here, and I'm going to finish those afterwards. So yes, so Mary, what we'll probably do, we'll add the book that you want, and you've already got several. So what we'll do is we'll add it in, and then we'll figure it out, probably PayPal or something like that. So we'll make sure you get it, and you don't have to pay extra shipping. So is Bonnie here? Hey, is Bonnie here? I've got Bonnie O. God. Okay. So let me see. Teresa, got Robbie. Robbie, are you here? Susan, oh, Isle of Palms. Oh, Susan Hunt, Isle of Palms. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Okay. So, what has anyone read? Has anyone read the one series I haven't talked about yet? Is the what used to be called the Love California series. Now it's called Sunshine and Second Chances because I think that's more accurate. And I just like the name. And I like to change things up, right? Some of you may even have the old original covers. One thing that authors like to do, we like to change covers from time to time. So this was a redo. This was the first series that I wrote. So I like to leave little Easter eggs in the series. As if you've been reading the Summer Beach series, Seabreeze Inn and the Coral Cottage, then you'll know that sometimes people in the Coral Cottage also end up at Java Beach, which originated in the Seabreeze series. And sometimes we see some of the same people around town. So I like doing that, even though the stories are separate. I do like they take place in the same town, and it's fun to bring in um, elements from each one. I really have a good time doing that. So I started doing that first of all in this series. So Flawless is I was inspired by my girlfriends in Los Angeles. So when I first moved to LA, I met a number of friends, and they were all in what I call the beautiful industries. They were in. One was a fashion model, one was a designer, one was an interior designer, another one was a jeweler. They were all doing something creative, and make. I have a background in beauty, so I was working my way through college with Yves Saint Laurent, Oscar de la Renta, many of the beauty um, brands. And then later, I went back to that. After graduation, I went back and I created the touchscreen. Um, it was a touchscreen fragrance finder, and then I did a touchscreen skincare finder for Sephora stores, and then their sister company, which is the duty free stores, and those took me all around the world. So, Scent of Triumph, just to give you a little more backstory, Scent of Triumph um, I started writing that book on airplanes as I was flying in between. I would go from Sephora or Sephora in French, and is headquartered in Paris. I'd go from Paris to New York, up to Toronto, and over to San Francisco, where Sephora US was headquartered, and then to Hong Kong, where the duty free stores were headquartered. And so, my little touchscreen that I dreamed up, it was my very first book was a book on perfumery, and that was written before the internet, before all that information was widely available as it is now. And I sold that company to Sephora back in, I want to say, it was about 12 or 15 years ago now. But I started writing Scent of Triumph when I was on the plane because you can only watch so many films. And I was traveling so much that just I was seeing repeats. And so to amuse myself, I'd always loved writing. And I thought, I'm going to go back to this. I had been through the writers program at UCLA years before. I had taken fiction and nonfiction and screenwriting, and just as a child, I was an avid reader, and I just loved, I love stories. I love sharing stories, and I love entertaining people. I think that, if we can make each other's journey through this life a little bit more fun, then we all win, right? So, yeah, thanks, Lisa. Thanks. So, lots of details in this series. Um, and, those are these beautiful industries. I'd always say there's kind of an ugly side to these businesses too. And some of them can be really cutthroat. Oh my goodness, there are legendary stories of, we all know about Chanel, right? We've seen those films, and there was just a lot of cutthroat things that went on, and so Sunshine and Second Chances. Sunshine, of course, is a Southern California connection. Each one of these books goes in each, I also call it my travel series because in each one, I take you somewhere where I've traveled. So the first one, I take you to Paris, and the places I mentioned in here in Paris are actual places there in Paris where I've been and where I love to go, where I stayed, where I ate, the streets I walked. And then the second one, we go to Spain, and I love, love, love Spain. I've been there a couple of times in the last couple of years, and most recently, I have to share this story with you. So here I am thinking, oh, Seabreeze honeymoon, where am I going to set this? Do they take a staycation? Do they go somewhere? After 8 books, it's got to be good, right? I mean, they have worked so hard for this. What are we going to do? And then in the book before that, they're sort of mini honeymoon, with Shelley having a baby. I mean, everything, they got called back, and I thought, they really, really, really deserve a good honeymoon. But where am I going to do this? And I travel for a lot of writers' conferences, and sometimes I speak at them. And yeah, Lisa. And so I thought, where am I going to do this? And there I am in Mallorca, and at Mallorca, Spain. It's a little island in the middle of the Mediterranean. I'm thinking, where am I going to put this? And then I started looking around, going, well, this is pretty nice. Why don't I set it here? So that's how Mallorca came to be. So everything that they do in Mallorca, the little train trip that they take, I was on that vintage train trip and went to Port Sawyer. Um, Pardon my accent. Now you know I don't narrate my books because I can't. My I speak bad Spanish and bad French. So yeah, that would be embarrassing, and I have enough to be embarrassed about, right? So anyway, okay, here we go. Anyway, so all of these are great fun. Spain, Paris, Malta, another one of my favorite places, south of France, Copenhagen. I loved Copenhagen. In one, you go on a ski trip to Mammoth. I loved that. Um, oh gosh, where were the last ones? Oh, Easter eggs. Elena. So Elena is the jewelry designer in Sparkle, which is the last book. And Elena's mother is Honey. So Honey is Ivy's oldest sister, the one who lives in Sydney. And she came in that book. And as I'm writing it, I just loved Elena. And so Elena comes out, whenever there's a wedding, in Coral weddings and Seabreeze wedding, Elena's there, right? Elena's our resident jeweler. And so we get to catch up with her and see how she's doing in LA and what's going on. She's got a little shop on Robertson Boulevard. And I used to live in LA. I lived in Beverly Hills. I know that very, very well. And my friend Bennett was saying, what's really interesting is that when I'm reading, your Sunshine and Second Chances series, he said, you even get the turns right. When you say turn left on Little Santa Monica Boulevard, yeah, that's exactly how you go. So I go, well, yeah, of course I'm going to get the directions right. I live there. And so we had a lot of fun with that one. But so Honey, as I was writing her, I thought, you know, who else is in Honey's family? And that's when I started. That was the genesis for the Seabreeze Inn. So that's how they tied together, and that's why we keep seeing Honey. So that's the backstory there. Who else do I have? Who else is here? Who else is here? If I haven't signed yours yet, pop a note in there, and I'll be sure to do it. Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you. My mother was my first editor, and she lived to be 92. And she was editing Scent of Triumph and The Winemakers, and I think the last one was the novella, Life as a Cabernet. That was the last one I wrote while she was still living. And her last words to me were, "Don't ever stop writing." So, I've got to honor my mom's words and I have to keep writing. So, expect a lot more from me, you guys. Um, this one, I haven't talked about Hepburn's Necklace yet. I love Hepburn's Necklace. This was the one I was on my way to Lake Como during right before the pandemic. And I had, I was planning everything and because this one takes place there. And I've been to Lake Como before. Um, I love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. One of the most beautiful areas in the world. I love it. Of course, I say that about a lot of places, don't I? I mean, I love to travel, and I think every place you go has something to learn from, to enjoy, to the people that you meet, the history, the just I love to travel, and of course, I love to write about food too. There's a lot of Italian food in here, and I had some cooking scenes, and I was at a friend's house last night, and they had been to Italy and had just come back from a wonderful trip, Positano. They were all along the Amalfi Coast, and they had a wonderful time. And their daughter is a fabulous, fabulous chef. She's so talented in so many areas, and she prepared just wonderful meal. And this was a real Italian, which she'd picked up in Italy, and she had rented a place there so that she could cook, so that she could go to the markets and get the butcher to make a special blend for meatballs and I love these stories. So when I was writing this, I've got a great scene in here about the main character, and this is a dual timeline. So if you like dual timelines, this one's great. And in this one, I had a lot of fun with it. I love Ruby. We get Ruby as a seasoned woman, and then we also get Ruby as a younger starlet. And I had a lot of fun writing these two timelines and showing, how we change and how we grow over time. And it was really a lot of fun. But in this, they're cooking together in the kitchen, and of course, you have no idea how much research I had to do to see, okay, where are they? What is the food that was popular and that was, they would eat every, often, and what were the recipes? How did they prepare it? So, what they were might have in northern Italy is going to be different from southern Italy, and so and of course you've got the time, and then what's going on in the background, is there any music, and then you've got to see, okay, what's the song and what year did that come out, oh, what month, what day did that come out, because if they're cooking in in August and the song didn't come out until December. Whoa, okay, I'm going to hear about that, aren't I? So these are all the sort of research intensive things. I didn't get to go before the pandemic, but fortunately I had been, and this one was a real labor of love. So because of everything that we were going through, I made this one extra kind, extra sweet. With just one of my most favorite endings of all my books. So I really, really loved that one a lot. So who's here? Who's here? Oh, hey, Bonnie. Okay, let me look for yours. Hang on, hang on. Oh, Lisa says, here we go. Oh, you've read the sagas. You've read the sagas. Let me find yours, Bonnie. Okay, recipes. Yes, I love to put recipes in the books. Many of these are, here's Bonnie's, and many of these are family recipes. So, let's see, okay, we're gonna put these here and here. I don't want to get everyone's order mixed up. I won't. I double check them before I send them. Okay, so Bonnie, here you go. Here are your books. Here's Beachview Lane, and here's Hepburn's Necklace. So I'm going to go ahead and sign those. I'll start with Beachview. I'll start with Hepburn's Necklace since I just talked about it. Love this book. This one I wrote for a German publisher, my German publisher there, which is Goldman, and they're just a wonderful publisher. I really enjoy them. They, I love my editor there, and she always says, we love in Germany, we love to visit Italy. That's where we go on vacation, on holidays. So write more books set in Italy. So I did. So we started with the winemakers, and then we went to the chocolatier, which is just another book that I love. That one, the whole premise was based on how well do you know those closest to you, and in this case, it was how well how well does Katerina? No, I'm sorry. She was in the winemaker. Sometimes I get mixed up. How well do you know? In this case, it was how well do you know your husband, and is he really the man you thought he was? I'm always fascinated when I read these stories about how someone was married to someone and they found out that they had a second family somewhere. You know, how in the world do you live a life like that? I just, to me, that's just mind-boggling. Or what I love is is I love history, as you know, and I love finding out, ancestry and so on. And I'm fascinated. I was looking up on my father's side through the maternal line, and I saw that they had come from Switzerland, like way, way back, early 1800s, and she came with 7 children, and I thought, how in the world? And one of them was an infant, and I thought, how in the world do you travel across an ocean, uh, with 7 kids and a baby? And I just thought, you know, are you are you running from something? Are you running to something? That's always something that's fascinated me. What was the life they left behind like? Um, and hey, if we're here today and our families came back then, I mean, hey, we're made of tougher stuff than you realize, because that was not luxury travel by any means. And so I have great, great respect. In fact, in Flawless. I keep looking back here because in Flawless, I named the main character. She has kind of an old-fashioned name. Some of you might have mentioned that, Verena. So I'm going to get it right there. So Verena, and that was my ancestor. That was the one who came from Switzerland with all those kids on a ship that you know, did not have stabilizers. They didn't have stabilizers back then. I can't imagine. Uh, yes, well, I kind of can. But who knows that I was on semester at sea? I was on semester at sea when I was in college, and that really ignited my love of travel. And I also love to write about ships. So whenever you see ships in my books, I've been there. I was on that ship for 4 months, and we went all over the world, and I just had the best time. Okay, Bonnie, let's get to your book. And let's see. To Bonnie. And Hepburn's Necklace is also the first book that I've actually written in some of my own history in Texas. So I lived in Texas until I was 27, and I went to graduate school in Boston. That's why you see Boston popping up in some of my books. On Seabreeze Inn opens with Ivy and Shelley racing through the Logan Airport, and of course, Shelley's late, and Ivy's, trying to get the flight attendant to hold the door open, and you can't really do that. And so that's the way it starts off. But I loved living in Boston. I'm going back there in a couple of weeks. And yes, so I often write about that. But I wrote about the Texas Hill Country in Hepburn's Necklace. That's where Ruby, Ruby Raines, who is our legendary Hollywood actress in this one. And so she's originally from England or from the Hill Country in Texas. So I wrote about a lot of the Texas landmarks that were there when I was there, and of course there when she was there, and that are still there. If I can, oh, here we go. Trying to get it in front of, there we go. There you go, Bonnie. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I've got Beachview Lane. I'll sign that again momentarily for you. So thank you. So questions, Lisa, got to pop out. Okay, I'll talk to you later, Lisa. Thank you so much for joining us. And it was really great seeing you here. Okay. And we've got, here's a link to one of the new pre-release. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. And oh, Mary, you saw you saw the chat I did in May. That was for Kobo. Here we go. And we'll give a shout out to one of my friends too, Kate Correll. So Kate Correll is one of my emotional support authors that I spoke about in the beginning, and she's just great. She also writes a lot of women's fiction beach books, and love her work as well. So many of you also read Pamela Kelly, Rachel Hanna, Cindy Nichols. These are all a lot of my friends, and we get together at least a couple of times a year. So really, really enjoy getting with them, and we have a lot of laughs. And someone the other day said, you know, Rachel Hanna has written a beach series, and like yours, and I don't know which one of you, who's copying from who. And I said, oh, wait, oh, she's a friend of mine. Don't string her up just yet. She's a friend of mine. And our books are actually very different because we all come from different parts of the country. Kay lives in the Northeast, or St. Louis, I think, and then also in Florida. And Pam is up in the Northeast. She writes a lot about Nantucket. Leanne Dobbs is another one of our friends. She lives in Maine, so she has another point of view. I'm the Californian over here. Cindy Nichols is here too. She's also lived in Arizona. Tess Thompson is another friend, and she lives in Washington. So we all live all over the place. Lisa Morgan, another one, Leanne Morgan, and she lives in New Zealand. So we all have different experiences, different points of view. So even if we're writing women's fiction set on the beach, it's going to be different. They're going to be different stories. And I love seeing their work too. So we all have a lot of fun together, and it's great. So here we go. Bonnie, you have a lot of history in Texas too. Yeah, I was just recently, I'd gone there to see with my son who loves trains, and we'd gone there to see the Big Boy, which is a steam engine from I think it was built in the probably 1930s, maybe, because I think they ceased production. It was the last of the steam engines. They ceased production for World War II, and we were able to see. It's the first one. It's been restored, and it's actually in action. I mean, it was amazing seeing it coming down the track with the plume of steam, which we only see that now in the movies. You know, everything is, I guess, diesel, or you can ask my son. He knows a lot more about trains than I do. But if I have to write about trains or cars, he's my go-to guy. So I remember I was writing one of my Sunshine and Second Chances books, is set in Monaco in the Formula One races, and he loves Formula One. So of course, all my Formula One info comes from him. And so I love that. I love that. I have my experts. I've got my Italian experts. I've got my surfing experts. So all mistakes that I might make are mine, because I'm only one person. I can't know everything, but I'm curious about everything. So I love to write about it all. Kelly just picked. Oh, hi, Kelly. Okay, I hear you've got some grandsons. I'm going to say hi to Jackson Keegan. I love your grandma. I hope you're having fun with her. And I hope she is introducing you to a lot of really good books too, because some of my best memories are reading to my granddaughter. So shout out to Zoe too. So Jackson Keegan, keep reading. You know, someone, who was it? Was it, I think it might have been Stephen King who said that when you read books, you live 1,000 lives. And that's true. I'm not sure if it was Stephen King. Maybe someone can Google that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. So, anyway, it is, what time are we? I think, have we gotten to everyone who was here? And I've still got a whole stack of books for people that I'm signing this afternoon who aren't here. And, you know, this has been so much fun. I might, if we've got books left in a week or two, I might do this again. So who knows? Maybe I'll come online and read from, maybe preview some books with you guys, just sort of as a surprise. Oh my gosh, now it's not a surprise. Look what I did. Okay. Yes. Oh, Debbie, let's see. Yes, yes. Signed hardcover of The Coral Cottage, and we'll add that to your order for sure. So if anyone wants to add some things, some existing things to their order, if you've thought about someone on your gift list and you go, "Ooh, I bet they'd like that." Coral Cottage is a good one, and any of the sagas are also good ones for gifts. I'm just starting my holiday shopping as well. So if you think of anything, just send us. You can always reach us. You know, if you're, you can always DM us on Facebook, or if you want, you can, you know, just go to janmoran.com and there's a contact us, and you can always send that, you know, send us an email and just let us know what you want to add to your order. But do it quickly because I'll be packing these, and the first ones will probably start going out. My mailman picks up from my house. So the first ones will probably start going out. I'm looking at the stack and saying, how long is that going to take me? Probably the first ones on Tuesday, to maybe Wednesday. So if you want to get something else in and we won't charge you extra shipping, we'll figure out how to do it. Probably, you know, again, we'll probably through PayPal or something like that. And yeah, we'll get you taken care of. So thank you. Hey, Kim. Hey, Kim, gonna say goodbye. I know you've all probably got a busy Saturday planned, and I've got friends in town, so we're going to go out and enjoy some sunshine and then come back and probably pour a glass of wine and I'll sign some more books. So much love to you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's great fun, and I just love signing books for you all. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful. Oop, another question. Here we go. Kim, you got the last word. Great, great. I have so many backstories that I would love to share a lot more with you. Every single book has a backstory, and I can go on and on about the inspiration and how I tie them together. And you know, I love to hear your feedback too. And especially, I'm always thinking about new series, new books. Um, I have another publisher who's asked me to pitch a book for them, and so I'm dreaming up another book. And then in that 3 hour conversation with the producer yesterday, we were dreaming up another series as well. So stay tuned, expect a lot more. And yes, I'll work as fast as I can. Sending you much love and happy Saturday to everyone. Bye bye.